You're listening to 5 Triple Z, and that was John Spencer Blues Explosion with Bag of Bones. And on the line now we have Mr. Steve Poltz, who's coming to town on Friday, the 31st of March, to perform at Trinity Sessions. Hi there, Steve.
Robert, so good to hear from you, buddy.
Yeah, it's been a long time since you were last in Australia.
I know. I was just on hold, and that John Spencer Blues Explosion song was so good. I had to write it down. I'm going to play it tomorrow morning really loud when I wake up.
Okay, yeah, and that's a cool song, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was good.
So, because you've been back in Australia for a little while, you've played Port Fairy Folk Festival and Blue Mountains, and you've done Brisbane and Sydney, and yeah. And you've been having fun?
John Spencer was thinking when he wrote that song. No, okay, I'll get to the subject. I played Port Fairy. I did Blue Mountains Katoomba Music Fest, and then I did 2 shows in Sydney, a couple shows in Melbourne, and then a couple shows in Brisbane, and then I'm going to Adelaide to see you, my old friend, Robert Dunston. We like to call him Sir Robert. We like to call him Sir Robert. And then I'm going to Tassie to play Echo Fest, and then a show at the Longley Hotel, and then I'm headed to Melb's to play a final farewell show. I know my whole schedule by heart. I'm like Rain Man. So what else would you like to know?
Well, aren't you playing Blues Fest as well?
Oh, I forgot about that. Then I'm going to Canberra. I'm going to play National Folk Fest, and then going to Byron Bay to play Byron Bay Blues Fest. And then I'm playing Melbourne. I forgot about those 2 festivals back to back. I'm doing the same weekend. It's Easter, and I've just blotted it out of my head. I'm playing National Folk Festival 2 days, and then I'm getting on an airplane, and I'm going to play Byron Bay Blues Fest for 2 days. So that's neat, burrito. But nothing's going to be as cool as the fact that I'm coming to Adelaide to see you, because I enjoy Adelaide, and I've always had fun there. I've played so many gigs in Adelaide.
You have.
Man.
You have. You've played lots of venues here. And I remember one night seeing you at a birthing centre of all places. Do you remember that?
Oh, dude, the birthing centre show. That's where that took place, Adelaide.
Yes.
Oh, my God. That was nuts, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Story, too.
Yeah, herbal tea and everything like that.
What's that?
Herbal tea they were serving.
Yeah. It was crazy. Man, you just reminded me of that. That's like one of the greatest stories ever of anything that's ever happened to me in my life. I agreed to do a show. I didn't even listen to where it was going to be. And it was a girl, a really nice girl. She had dreadlocks and smelled like patchouli. So right away I was like, this is a person I can trust. And so she said, do you want to play a show? And I didn't know what it was for. It was a benefit show.
Yeah, that's right.
Benefit show, I thought, for cancer. Not for cancer, but against cancer. And so then I get there, and it's a birthing center. And it was like where they did births, but it wasn't properly, accredited from the government or something. So
yeah,
on the down low. And then I went in and I saw there was all these pictures on the wall of, the birthing center activities that go on. And then I went to get tea, and then I opened up the fridge to get some milk. And then the woman said, don't drink that. That's all breast milk. Here, use this milk. And then I looked for milk somewhere else, and I opened up the freezer. And she said, no, don't take that. That's placenta, frozen placenta, that people eat after they give birth, because I guess that's like a good sort of protein. And then I said, okay, and then they handed me this lasagna, and I said, are you sure this isn't veggie lasagna? And then I was playing, and it was crazy. crazy because you don't even want to know what happened next. I can't tell you.
No.
When I see you. You what?
No, don't tell me what happened next. I can only imagine.
Yeah, it was really cool. It's one of my favorite memories of my life, Robert.
Right. And what have you got in store for us on Friday night at Church of the Trinity?
Right now I'm pretending that it's my first confession, and I'm like 10 years old, and I'm really scared. So you're behind that screen in the booth in the Catholic Church, and I'm talking to you. I just want you to know that's where my mind's at. So as far as Adelaide goes, what do I have planned? I'm going to do the greatest show I've ever played in my life. Like, it's going to be, I will never be as good again as I'm going to be that night. And after that, everything's going to go downhill in my career, but we will have Adelaide, and we'll always have it. And I believe it is on Friday night, which means it's not a school night.
True.
Everybody can come out. There's no excuses. I don't care if you have a wedding rehearsal dinner. I don't care what it is. You're coming to this show at the Trinity Sessions.
And I hear tickets are selling well, so people should get in as soon as they can and buy a ticket.
Tickets are fluttering from the sky like snow, and they're flicking off of people's faces, and people are grabbing them with their mouths like rabid hyenas, and the tickets are flying. So act now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah.
What does it mean to hold your peace?
And is it good to be playing in a church? Because it's got wonderful acoustics.
Is it good to be playing in a church? No. Because I have a lot of memories. So it always makes the shows a little bit weirder, so I guess that's good. That's
Yeah.
a different kind of energy because it's a church. And so I actually look forward to it because when I go in, it brings me back to my days of being an altar boy in the Catholic Church. And so maybe that's why I said I feel like right now I'm in the confessional with you.
Yeah.
Father Dunston, Father Dunston, Domine Sanctus Christus, Amen. That should be your jingle.
Oh, okay.
Your radio show.
Yeah. And who did you see at Port Fairy that was good? Did you see Billy Bragg at all?
I love that guy. Yeah, he was great. And I also really loved seeing my friend Jim Lauderdale.
Oh, okay. I played Jim earlier on in the show.
Oh, good. Yeah, he's a good pal of mine. So we've written a bunch of songs together, and we're going to do a duo record.
Ah, cool.
And Lauderdale Records. So that's going to be really neat. And so I saw him, and he sang with me on my set, and I sang with him on his set. And it was really cool. And another cool thing that happened at Port Fairy Folk Fest was they had this choir of 258 people, and they learned my song, Ballin' on a Wednesday. And this choir did the song, and I sang it with them, with a huge band. It was one of the most amazing experiences.
Okay. I seem to remember that YouTube clip of you singing with a large bunch of people. You were singing Forever Young, the Bob Dylan song.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, who was involved in that again? Because there were some big names.
Yes, that was all those people. Who were they?
I just remember looking at and going, oh, there's so-and-so. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was that,
It was live in a studio somewhere. I think it was in Nashville.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. It was like this star-studded thing.
Yeah.
My buddy Tim Easton put it on. It was really cool. Tim's in Nashville.
Okay, I think Tim's touring Australia shortly, I think.
He was. He's just gone back.
Ah, okay. Okay.
He's really good if you want to play something cool. And so that was really neat. there was all these people in it, and it's really like a guy named Langhorne Slim, and he lives down the road from me in Nashville, where I live, and I can't think of everybody right now, but I want to just make up names so you'll like me. Because I'm worried, like, you'll think I'm not good because I can't remember everybody.
Oh, no, I've put you on the spot, so, you know.
No, I would just like to say I know who was there. George Harrison.
Right.
Paul and John. It was a reunion of the freaking Beatles, of which two have passed on, and they came back from the dead to perform in the show. As holograms. This is the funnest interview I've ever done.
Okay, cool.
I just want to interview with you every day, all day. Like, you just walk around with me, and it'll be like we'll make a sitcom out of it. And it'll run 24/7.
Anything's possible. Because were you likely to get a chance to go to the Central Market again? Because I remember you doing a great video with Milan when you went shopping at the Adelaide Central Market.
Man, I love that market. I'm going there. It's one of my favorite things, and I think there's a video up on YouTube.
Yeah. And
there's such a good Italian restaurant in there. Oh man, is that ever good? I'm so excited to come to Adelaide, and Gauchos. Yeah, I went to a Crows game there. You knew that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. I have good memories in your fine city. Hanging out late at night at the Weedy with you, and I was on tour once with Bill Chambers and Audrey Ald. Audrey Ald has passed on mortal coil, but she sure was great. And we played at that other venue, the Gov.
Yeah, that's right. And you played Bill's Brian DeGrucci guitar, as I recall.
I did, huh?
It sounded great.
Yeah, that was cool. Shane Nicholson showed up to my show in Newcastle, and so did Bill.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
That was really cool.
And what did you do?
With them.
What songs did you do together?
Shane and I did this song that George Jones made famous called "The King Is Gone, and So Are You," and it's such a good song because the Highwaymen did it too, but I love George Jones' version the best.
Okay, cool.
About a dude whose wife leaves him, and he starts it off by breaking the seal on a Jim Beam decanter that looks like Elvis. It's in the shape of Elvis, and Elvis's head is the top of it, and he pulls the head off, and he empties out a Flintstone, jelly for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yep.
He empties that out, and he calls it a jelly bean jar, and soaks the label off and uses it as his whiskey glass because his wife has taken everything but this tiny little table. This Flintstone jelly bean jar, and he's got the Jim Beam decanter, and he starts talking to Elvis and to Fred Flintstone. I mean, the song is so brilliant. The dude who wrote it is just brilliant. I don't know his name, but it's like Fred Ferris or something, or Mark Ferris. I can't remember, but oh man, he's talking to the Elvis bottle, and it's got a line in it because he drinks the last drop from Elvis's toes, and he goes, "And I broke Elvis's nose, pouring the last drop from his toes." And then the chorus goes, "Yabba dabba doo," because it's Fred Flintstone, So he goes, "Yabba dabba doo, the king is gone, and so are you." It's so good. I can't wait for you to hear it.
Yeah, it's the George Jones version on YouTube.
Yeah.
Cool. I must check that out.
Yeah. I'm so glad we talked about this. Me and Bill Chambers did a really cool song off of my newest record called Can of Pop, and he was playing slide guitar, and it sounded really cool what he was doing.
Okay, so you've got a new record coming out in a while, have you?
This record, that my latest one, is called Stardust and Satellites, and when I see you, I'm getting you it, because it's made for you.
Okay, cool. Cool. Because I notice you've got a lot of live albums up on Bandcamp that people can buy for a nominal fee.
I don't even know how that all happens, but things happen, and I don't know what's online. I can't be bothered. I can't even pay attention to it. There's too many other things going on.
Yeah.
I know that there's thousands of shows of mine online. I do know that. Like maybe archive.org or something. But you know what's cool is when you fly into Adelaide, there's like a lot of beautiful parks and wide boulevards.
Yeah. Yeah. Like North Terrace and West Terrace.
Yeah.
All those terraces.
Yeah, you live in a great, great city.
Yes. Oh, yeah, it's a wonderful city.
And wasn't Paul Kelly born there, speaking of wonderful?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because you had a bit of a fan crush on Paul Kelly for a little while.
Still do. Love him.
And you ended up eventually meeting up with him, I think, in Sydney, didn't you? Had breakfast with him, coffee.
In Melbs, yeah.
In Melbourne, okay.
And that was amazing. When the bill came, I was like, I'm going to buy Paul Kelly breakfast, but he grabbed my wrist and he goes, "It's more town. It's more." and then I said, okay. And then I said I was going to Adelaide the next day, and I said I was going to be able to see the Adelaide Crows play. And he said, when they kick it through the goalpost before the referee raises his arms up, scream out, "How big is your cock?" And then the guy does that, and then Paul Kelly said, then say, "Bullshit." So that was pretty cool. And then we went on our merry ways. It was like wonderful to have brekkie with Paul.
Yeah.
The coolest.
Yeah. And the Adelaide Crows are playing this weekend. Are you staying in town for a couple of days, or you're heading...
Fortunately, and also fortunately, I'm going to Tassie the next day to play Echo Fest.
Ah, okay.
And then I'll be down near Hobart and play the Langley Hotel, and then so unfortunately I won't be able to see the Crows this time.
No.
Buy a Crows beanie.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well,
this was a good meeting.
Yeah. Yeah, no, looking forward to seeing you on Friday night.
Yeah, are we going to go on the radio now live?
It is. It's on the radio now as we speak.
Oh, that was live? I thought that was us just catching up.
No.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, this changes everything. Boy, am I embarrassed. So excited to come to Adelaide. And that is going to happen on Friday night, Trinity Sessions. Don't be late. I'm going to play 2 sets.
Cool.
It's going to be the greatest night of our lives.
I'm sure it will be. Okay, thanks for your time, Steve.
Robert.
And
to you.
All the best with Friday night's gig.
Okay.
Cheers. See ya.